Hello, welcome to a visit with Nana and Papa. I'm Nana.
I'm Papa.
We're coming to you from Killeen, Texas, where it is hot. It's not as hot as it could be, and I'm grateful for
Not
that,
as hot as it's gonna be.
but it is hot enough. And
And our air conditioning, while it is on, is pathetic. I am telling you, I can blow harder than that, and I have emphysema. The air coming out of the vents barely trickles out, and it's barely cool. So
yeah, I'm thinking I might turn it off tonight, even though it might make the apartment hot, just to see if maybe it needs, like, being off for a while make a difference. But
and our car has personality disorder. As soon as it gets hot outside, the air conditioner quits working in the front, but the blowers in the back continue to blow. But the blowers in the back can't blow hard enough to get to the front to make it comfortable. They can just make it less sweltering. So me and the car are gonna have us a visit with the mechanic here in the near future to see if we can't sort that out.
so, I'm not wearing any knits. It's just too
hot
right now.
But she looks beautiful in the dress that she is wearing. I happen to be a fan.
Thank you. So I don't have any finished objects whatsoever. I'm just gonna go over where we're at. Can you hold that and now go across? So this will be eventually a cardigan. Here is one shoulder, and then the arm space, and then I started the work on the back. So these squares will make the back, and then these two will have, and then there'll be another armhole.
I can tell you right now, it's not going to get a whole lot of wear in Texas because that's a heavy cardigan.
Yeah, and it's definitely not going to get done in a hurry because it is very
hot
to work on. So if I can set it on a table or something where I can work on it and it's on a table and not on me, then I'll work on it. But if I can't, then it's a hard pass for me. That said, I think it's beautiful. I also have a problem of I'm out of yarn in the dark color that I had planned to use. It's gonna be iffy. I'm on the last skein, and I'm not done with the joining, so it's gonna be iffy as to whether that skein makes it through the back and the other shoulder. It's gonna be very iffy. I have some other yarn in a different color than I'm thinking I would do for the sleeves, but I'm really worried that it won't be enough for the sleeves, and so I'm a little stressed out over it. I'm just a little stressed out over that. Other than that, that project it's moving forward. So there's that. My other main whip that I've been working on is my sweater.
And I'm bummed about the sweater because I like the sweater.
And I had started working on the sleeves. I had split for sleeves and started working on the first sleeve. And then I tried it on, and it is just a tad too tight. That's the back. That's the front. So I'm going to rip back the sleeve and then rip back the body to when I split for sleeves. And I'm going to do one last increase, and I'm going to make about an inch more. It's long enough, but I just think it would be, because when you lift up your arm the fabric goes up. I think it would be more comfortable if there was a little more room for my arm to go every which way. So we're going to do one more increase around, and I'm going to add another approximately inch, maybe 3/4 an inch, but definitely a little bit more lower and a little bit more around. And that's where I'm at on that one. So it kind of got put to the side because I need to rip it back. And the only other project, well, I also have worked on my shawl, which I don't have to show you, but the hand spun shawl, I'm still working on it. I've been just working on it when we go somewhere, and that's actually the best thing for me to take in the car because it's just knit back and forth. There's a little bit of things I have to pay attention to, but not a lot. So it's great grocery store knitting and great car knitting, and so I think I'll probably leave it in, taking it to car. Might even actually take it out to the car and leave it in the car, but probably not because the heat of Texas, I don't want anything bad happening. The other thing that I did cast on since we last spoke, but I had talked about it, is the socks for Gary Knits, Gary Rides Knit Along. And I did start them, and there's nothing wrong with the way the pattern is written, but the pattern is super fiddly, and it's not doing what I wanted. What I wanted was for this variegated yarn to be able to be visible and seen, but for it to be like allowing the self-striping to pop. And I feel like the pattern is breaking up the self-striping so much that you can't see that it's a self-striping yarn, which makes me sad because the colors in the self-striping yarn that I'm using are the Inclusive Pride from Always Be Kind yarn, and I wanted to pop. I wanted to be, you know what I mean? Like, I want it to be very clear that the two yarns that I'm using in the sock are the variegated, that's the Trans Flag, and the Inclusive Pride. So I'm probably going to try one more time to work the pattern as written. I got stuck on clue 3, day 3's clue. I just could not do it, but someone shared a video with a different way of working the stitch. So I'm going to try it one more time and see if I can get that to work, and see if the self-striping is starting to really show, if it's still hiding the self-striping and not really showing it off, or if the stitch is just too much. I'm not gonna keep going forward. I love you. Sorry you're in pain. But that's the status of these socks. I may just rip back and all the way out and just cast on using a cast on I like, using ribbing I like, using the, and just do what I don't know. We'll see. But for now, I'm frustrated with my socks too, which means at the moment I don't have a single project on the needles except for my shawl that is not stressing me out.
And knitting is not supposed to be stressing, it's supposed to be stress relieving.
So that's all I have for current projects.
So we'll throw in our Jimmy's egg. We were going to go grocery shopping yesterday, but we had to go to America's Best to pick up her eyeglasses and to bitch about mine. When we picked up hers, oh, look, and there's another pair, and they're yours. They've been here since the 15th, is that what she said?
Yeah, the 15th of May.
But nobody bothered to call, and nobody bothered to look when we were in there before. So, not a real for America's Best. I'm not happy with them, but that's okay. They maybe aren't even America's second best. I don't know. Buy your glasses from Zini, and you'll save a lot of money and hassle. I got my Zini glasses before we got any of our America's Best glasses. Just saying. But we went from there to H-E-B, right next to, well, not right next to, but in close proximity.
One block down, or one main road down from.
We went there for specific items that were supposed to be in stock when we checked before we left. We got there, she can't even find them. and there's not a space on the shelf for them.
Let me back up. It's not too care, but I really like having nuts as a snack, like walnuts or cashews or
She especially likes filberts.
and Brazil nuts. I love
Which is funny
Brazil
because
nuts.
she loves filberts, she hates Nutella.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. And I do not like. Don't give me roasted peanuts. But if you give me a boiled peanut, I will chow down till no one's business. And I love peanut butter, but I do not like roasted peanuts.
Well, you've eaten a lot of them for not liking them.
They're
Why
not-
did you
I
have me
know.
buy them for you? This is news to me.
It's
Much the same as
it's
I
kind of
was.
like it's the so for me, roasted peanuts are the equivalent of broccoli for me. I will eat broccoli because I know it's good for me. But there is no enjoyment in the process. It's just a matter. And when you compare, should I buy peanuts or should I buy cashews or walnuts? Peanuts are significantly cheaper. So, if I need to get nuts and our budget is extremely limited, peanuts are what I purchase, not what I like to eat. There's two different things.
But Anyway, so they did not have what we were after. So we just took what we got there home. And I said, we got to go to another HEB. We'll just go to the HEB over here that's next to the Jimmy's Egg, and we'll go to Jimmy's Egg because Jimmy's Egg has a senior discount, senior menu for 55 and older for those of you who are young seniors. Here's my baby. And it's a good price. It's still saying good food, but it's just a smaller portion.
Which is not a bad thing.
Which is not a bad thing, especially if you're going to go shopping right afterwards, because you don't want to leave leftovers sitting in the car going, I can't wait to get botulism from this later. Anyway, so we go to Jimmy's Egg, just on a whim, because it's next to another HEB. Same Jimmy's Egg that we met our friends last week at, which they are in New York this week, or for a while they do things to get moved. But we've been sitting in line because Jimmy's Egg is popular, so there is a line. You'll be sitting there.
Yeah, especially if you go at
I don't
the
know
time
if
of
you
day
can
we
make
went.
reservations, but when we went, there was a lot of people waiting to get a tape. So we got on the list and we are sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And this lady comes in, sits down next to me, and just smiles at a stranger. And she gave me this beautiful smile. I said, wow, that's a beautiful smile. Thank you for sharing that. And I don't think we were sitting there for 60 seconds before they came up and said, are you Jim? Well, yes, I am. Your table is ready. Awesome. So Valerie and I walked to our table, and as we get to the table, I said, baby, don't you mind if I invite that woman and her husband to join us so they don't have to sit there and wait? She said, no. Okay, go ahead. So I walked back over and said, y'all don't know me, but your wife's smiling. It was beautiful. So my wife and I decided we would ask if you would like to join us at our table. The wife's name is Tammy, and the husband's name is Dwight, and then, oh, okay, sure. Now that tells you that they're my kind of people, because if they weren't my kind of people, they would have freaked out about some stranger inviting them to sit at their table.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Just because someone is not comfortable having dinner at a table with strangers does not mean that they are not your kind of people. That just means that they are different from you.
I am telling this story my way.
I know, but wait a second. Your wife would not be comfortable in that situation. And yet, you married her and you love her. And
With
you
all
just
my
got
heart.
done saying she's not your kind of people.
You are my babies, and I love you.
So be careful when you say not your kind
Anyways,
of people.
well, I went over and invited them to join us, and they, on a just spur of the moment, said, sure. They came over, and we enjoyed an hour of company and conversation.
It was so
And
good.
we just had the best time sitting there and eating with them. And Dwight and I changed phone numbers so we can do this again in the future. And Valerie had her Zoom today, and Tania was on her Zoom. And Tania lives here. And she said, oh yeah, we love Jimmy's Egg. That's Cake's favorite place. I said, I think me and Cake gonna get along. And Cake likes to barbecue, so I'm pretty damn sure me and Cake are gonna be like me and Cake. Because if y'all seen me, I am no stranger to Cake. This new Cake is gonna be great. I can't wait to meet Cake. But one of these days, Valerie and Jim are gonna meet Tania and Cake at Jimmy's Egg and enjoy a breakfast and conversation. And hopefully, I think at least once a month we're going to put Jimmy's Egg on our to-do list.
The price is decent, and
the food
is so good, and I was.
And okay, I think I told y'all a week or so ago that by now it's probably up to 9 million, but I got 8.5 million people a message from Google that 8.5 million people have read my reviews of restaurants. The review I wrote for Jimmy's Egg last week already had 339 views. But we go in, and the lady that was our waitress last week, JJ, came over and said, hi. Oh, what a coincidence. The district manager was just here giving me a gift card recognizing me for my service and my outstanding Google review. And I said, my outstanding Google review, did they happen to mention the guacamole? He says, well, yes, they did. He said, I know exactly who gave that to me. So being kind to JJ and giving her a shout out and a Google review got her a gift card somewhere. So way to go, JJ. Good for you, young lady. And so we have now made new friends at, or new potential friends at Jimmy's Egg, and Jimmy's Egg is turning out to be our go meet somebody place.
It is. It's trippy, but it is a nice place. And then we left there and we got our shopping done, so that was good.
In case y'all don't know what's going on over here, this is a pond.
I'm ripping.
She's got frogs jumping around going rip it, rip it, rip it. And she is tearing it up.
Yeah, you'll have that.
You will. And she brought me this bundle of crap the other day. I said, I'm done with this. You can either sort it out or throw it in the trash, but I'm done with this. And I'm here to tell you, it was a mess.
It was awful, but
I sorted it out.
I was using my winder, and I had the winder set up incorrectly. I ended up watching the video on YouTube on how to set it up proper and reset it up, and it's still not my favorite. Like, it's not a perfect cake, but it's way better than it was, so I'm very happy about that. And I wound them up because
I wasn't done with mine.
I know you can tell more stuff, but
see, if you have a mess in a line that you need to get fixed, find a fisherman. Because any fisherman that's ever used a bait caster, which has got a spool on the inside, and you thumb and hold your thumb down and keep this tension on it with your thumb, if you don't have your thumb just right, it does what's called a bird cage. And the line out front stops. And the spool still goes, and it just spools off all this line. And that line turns into a bird's nest. It's a mess. And then you got to sit there. Yeah, look at this. I'm getting inundated with yarn. You got to sit there and pick through all that stuff. I had crochet hooks long before I ever met my wife. You know why? Because I would be sitting on a fishing boat with crochet hooks picking through a bird's nest because I didn't hold my thumb right.
okay, so that's all of them.
This is what she's been doing.
I took 19 different skeins from the Stitch Out Loud collection, and I wound them into 20-gram minis, and I offered it as a giveaway on the unboxing video, and there weren't very many people who put their name in the hat, but that's okay. I have added the names, and so I spun for the first name.
Especially since it's, as if you're going to make an entire day about community garage sales, it's a big thing.
Yeah. Congratulations, Valerie Voigt. Way to go. Woohoo! Please get in touch with me. Now we're spinning for the next name. First I had to remove the name because I didn't realize there was a button that removed it. Because, learning.
A couple years ago, and I said, well, I'll take all the leftovers.
The next winner is...
I'll have a yard sale in front of my house, completely different neighborhood. And then everything that doesn't sell there,
Trilogy Yarns. Way to go, Nancy. Congratulations. That let me remove it automatically, so it made it easier. Next spin, it goes to...
For anything you bring in. So, when I had all the leftovers from the swap,
I'm not quite sure the person's name on that one, so congratulations though. Please reach out to me.
If anyone else wants to, I'm going to have one this day, and we might have more business.
And our last winner is...
Have yard sales the same day.
Shannon! Way to go, Shannon. Congratulations. To those who didn't win, I'm so sorry.
Because they're going to get a lot
to garage sale day because you can do...
I'm real happy to get those out, but I do need addresses from everyone, and I will go ahead and put the video of the wheel spinning here. So if that's you, and be sure to let me know what address you want me send it to. I have them all bagged up. They're all ready to go, so that's good. Yeah, the last thing I have is we received a package that I didn't even know was coming, and these were requested by someone.
See, my niece-in-law, her name is Pam, and Pam likes chickens. And we have a friend, Cara, who makes these little chicken coasters. And aren't they not just cute? So I asked her to make my niece-in-law some coasters so that, we don't celebrate her birthday or Mother's Day or anything like that. It was just a thought, wow, Cara makes these and Pam collects these. That sounds like a pretty easy win-win right there. So I'm going to send these to my sister and then have her deliver them to my niece-in-law. And then she also sent me these. These are thick and nice, and if they were bigger, I'd use them for a blanket. They're pot holders. But if you manage to burn yourself with these, you really committed yourself to the burning because you had to work at it. And she's already tested them out today. But I like them. What do you think? Pretty nice, huh? Thank you.
And then she also sent this yarn. And this is also from the Stitch Out Loud collection. And I had mentioned that after seeing the kit, the entirety live, like in person, I regretted not buying a full skein of this. And so she had purchased it and she sent it, and I'm just in shock. But I love it. It's beautiful just like this, but it's even more beautiful when you're winding it and you're seeing, because you can't up close. It looks like it's mostly blue and green, but there are these little spots of purple and pink that happen just randomly throughout this game, and it just makes it even more wow. So I was really surprised to get that from Cara. That was so sweet of her. And I don't think anything else have anything else.
After Jimmy's Egg, we went and shopped at this HEB.
Oh, yeah.
And then this HEB didn't have what we were after either.
No.
And we were very unhappy that we went, because it's not close, but it's not far. It's just not close. So I said, well, we got to drive by another HEB on the way home. We'll just stop and get your stuff there. Now, y'all know I have neuropathy, and I started out the day not having a terrible day. But by the time we hit our third HEB of the day, I was having a bad day. And by the time we got out of our third HEB of the day, I'm a hobbling fat old man and I can barely walk. And today has been just one long sheer agony for me, which is why we are having a very short video today, because I don't have a whole lot of juju in me. But my wife said she wanted to record, so I said okay. You see that smile? She gets me to do anything she freaking wants. Just has to throw that. Yeah, okay, baby, I'll do it.
I love you.
That's why
So-
I love you too.
So anyway, if you're a winner, get with me. Make sure I have your address, and yeah, we'll try and be back next week if we can. If not, a couple weeks. I don't know. We do the best we can. It's all based on how we're both feeling. It is really hot in Texas, so there may be fewer during the summer, just because.
Well, they're going to be fewer with her wearing wool
Yeah,
sweaters.
I won't be wearing, and it's weird.
Well, you do have your lighter weight sweaters.
I do have a couple lighter weight ones, but even that's been a lot. So I am planning. Things I'm going to do. I did get. I don't know if I had it last time when. I don't know if my knit picks had come in. I think it came in this week, but I did get the purple yarn to join the squares, and then I also got some cotton, and it's cotton linen blend. And so I'm gonna make a toasted tee, a toasted tank. I'm gonna make the toasted tank. I'm either gonna do like the, I don't even remember, but she has an option that's a camisole, but the camisole has wide straps. So I may very well do the camisole, because I want something that covers my bra, but very light and not very big. But I'm not entirely sure which option. I keep vacillating between them. I know that I will not be doing any ribbing here. I don't want it coming over the shoulders, off the shoulders. But I do want to wear a lightweight. This is a DK weight, so I wish that it was fingering, but I wanted to try a cotton blend, and Knit Picks price point so much better than getting somewhere else. I did get 3 other colors. So this is the main color, and then I have these 3 colors, and I plan on striping these on this color. So this will be the main. The stripes I'm not going to do up top. They're going to be, they'll happen down at the bottom of the sweater, like below the waist or at the waist. I'll add stripes to just add.
Oh, for those of you that did not know, yesterday was Knit in Public Day, which for my wife is every day. It's
every day I go in public, but yes.
Every day that we are in public is Knit in Public Day for my darling. So she's like, "Oh, today's Knit in Public Day," and I'm looking at her like, no, for everybody, not just me. Oh. So
that's when people get together to knit together in public. And so next year I'm gonna try to see if Tania and Lisa and Tatiana and anyway, anyone else in the Colleen, Harker Heights, Coppers Cove area that wants to get together and
someplace with air conditioning.
Together. Yeah, definitely. I had thought about a library, but Tatiana had a really good idea and said that a coffee shop would be better.
I was thinking, like go to Starbucks and.
Well, I did go to Starbucks once with Tania, but unfortunately, they didn't have any indoor seating, only outdoor seating, and that ain't working for me.
Well, you don't go to that Starbucks.
know.
This is America. You can throw a rock and hit a Starbucks. You don't have to go to one.
I know. I'm just saying. So I don't know. We'll see. Would be nice though to get together with some other folks and do it monthly. I think that'd be great. So that's my plan or my goal. Might send an email to everybody and say, hey, when, or a message to everybody and say, hey, where, what day and where would be best for you? And figure it out from there. It just would be nice. That's all I've got. Nothing else, nothing exciting. Yes, I'm tired, but I've done a lot today.
She has. She's been cooking a storm up. She made all kinds of food.
Well, we bought, I bought a package of hamburger, but it was way more expensive to get the small packs. But if I got the family pack, they had it on a crazy special. I think it was $3.99 a pound instead of the regular hamburger was the cheapest one was $4.99 a pound. So I figure I would rather buy more, but that means that you have to cook up what you've got. So I made
They also had turkey
taco
breast
casserole.
for 97 cents a pound. So we picked up some turkey breast too.
I thought it was chicken breast.
Chicken breast. Sorry, chicken breast.
Chicken breast.
The littler turkeys.
Yeah, like that's not a turkey. I don't know what you're thinking, but anyway, we did. So I cooked up and I made a taco casserole, and I made spaghetti sauce and Italian meatloaf, and I made a burger mix, just a scrambled burger mix that he can put in his veggie soup or rice or whatever food he feels like having. He wants meat in every meal. I could go without for weeks and on end and not have a problem with it, but that is not something he is not enticed to have an all veggie meal at all.
I like grains and vegetables. I just like them pre-processed, like cows.
Anyway, so we did get that, and I'd been cooking, but I'm hot and I'm tired, so I'm gonna let y'all go, and I'm gonna keep ripping up.
Hasta la vista, baby.